Yarde's reputation is he put up a good performance against Better BF. You got beat.
You got KO'd in 8th round.
Genuinely think he is European British level max.
Yeah, do you think the winner of this could get to Callum Smith?
Oh, yeah, the Callum-Smith ain't worried about these two.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Beats both of them?
Boatti yeah, I do think Boatti does beat them.
Okay, I'll go for Arthur on points.
Yarde needs to win this.
Welcome back to BoxCast. Today we're going to be looking at the undercard of the Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn fight taking place on the 26th of April at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Starting with the first one, Anthony Yarde versus Lyndon Arthur. I think this is the trio. It's a third trilogy match, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I didn't know they'd fought before, but then obviously looking back at the records, so... I mean, it is 1-1.
Yeah. Suppose at least Yarde getting out.
Is it just a fight to get Yarde back into that mix of light heavyweights? Lyndon Arthur's record isn't as bad, because I've seen his fight against Bivol, which was basically just... I mean, he did well to stay in it, but it was just a one-way fight with Bivol, just masterclass boxing.
He's got his fingertips on a cliff like that right now, trying to stay in the light heavyweight division up there, and he is hanging by a thread.
Staying in contention.
Because his last performance was shocking. Every time he stepped up, he's been beat.
Well, I think if we go there, then he went against Kovalev, who beat him, so a world title fight. Lyndon Arthur was more Commonwealth and Intercontinental, but again, in the first one, it was a split decision on points, close fight, and then he's had a rematch and beaten him. I think KO'd him in round 4, yeah.
Do you know Yarde?
But again, I think Lyndon Arthur was probably
Yarde's reputation is he put up a good performance against Better BF.
Yeah.
That's his reputation. And you got beat.
Yeah. You got KO'd in 8th round.
But that's all everyone seems to go, oh, yeah, but look at the performance he did against Better BF.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he got beat. So what? He landed some punches.
Before, he landed when I've said punches. It, Yarde did okay.
So what?
And none of his other fights have really been...
Of anything?
And they're not really been against great opposition. So this is probably a step up in that.
I genuinely think he is European British level max.
Yeah, I don't think he's well.
And nothing he's done as to try to prove me wrong.
Do you think the winner of this could get to Callum Smith? I think Callum Smith beats either of them.
Callum Smith ain't looking at them two.
Yeah.
Callum Smith's looking at Benavidez, Bivol, Beterbiev.
Yeah.
He ain't worried about Anthony Yarde and Arthur. I think the winner of these two, you fight Boatti.
Yeah.
If you beat Boatti, yeah, maybe you can...
Then you can get step up.
But
depending on if Callum Smith
until then,
to be fair, yeah, I think Callum Smith goes. I think Callum Smith beats either of these comfortably.
Oh yeah, the Callum Smith ain't worried about these two.
Yeah,
not a chance.
Beats both of them comfortably.
Boatti, yeah, I do think Boatti does beat them. Going on,
I don't think either of them got a more. I don't think Lyndon Arthur's got enough pop. He's got reasonable boxing skill, but not. And Yarde, I don't think he's got enough boxing skill.
If we go off last performances, Yarde's awful.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's all reputations that lose to Beterbiev.
Yeah. And Kovalev, you got beat. Who's his best win? Lyndon Arthur?
Yeah, but again, but it was 1-1. So...
You're not... And I think the Boatti fight could have been made before the Smith fight. And again, I don't know with Yarde whether it's...
Well, if you're Boatti, you probably wouldn't look at either of these two, would you?
Yeah, I mean, is Yarde one of them where he's just looking for the money because and he thinks, well, I thought Kovalev and better be have him in. I should be fighting them type of fighters. Yeah, clean up domestically first, mate.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a hard time because he deserves a hard time. Because to me, you've done nothing to merit your talk as like you're one of the best light heavyweights around. You're not the best in Britain, mate.
One of the best if you allow to 1 to 20.
Mate, he's not
depends
even,
how big that number is.
He hasn't even proved he's the best in Britain.
Yeah, but I don't think he is.
Never mind Europe and the world. You haven't proved you're the best in Britain. Till you do that, I'm still going to keep giving you down the banks. You know, you had a bit of promotional issues. You've had... I give up with him. I just, give up with him.
So what do we think in this?
Again, I think Lyndon Arthur is going to fancy this.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough
He's done it
fight.
before.
And I think...
If you can box him like he did in
Look,
his
the
first
one thing Yarde does have is power.
Yeah.
If
he gets caught...
He does have power.
Then I think it changes a bit, but...
And I think if Arthur can stay away from that...
He can beat him.
I think it'll be like the first fight.
Yeah.
But
he's got a game plan to do it.
Yeah, so yeah. It's gonna be an interesting fight. Mm-hmm. Is it like you say, it is 1-1. So yeah.
Because I would argue that he's probably fought better people. Obviously he's fought Bivol. He's going to win against Liam Cameron, Suarez as well.
His resume's, but I'd say his resume's better than Yarde.
Bad. Yeah, that's what I mean. So he's probably fought better, and he's won most of them. Obviously Bivol, but Bivol's Bivol. But even in that, he managed to last to the end. All right, yeah, it was a boxing masterclass from Dimitri Bivol, but he could do that to anybody. Yeah. So it's not really, he did pretty much that to Canelo. So it's not like that's no shame.
I'd like to see Lyndon Arthur have a go at Yarde.
Yeah.
And I think it will make it a really interesting fight.
Yeah.
Like I say, it wouldn't surprise me if Yarde knocked him out in the first round. Because he does carry power. But...
Well, Morty likes the box, isn't it? I think if he goes for it more, and hopefully he's got a bit more confidence, I think he can do the first fight and win.
Yarde needs to win this.
Yarde's got to win, otherwise he's basically become irrelevant.
Like I say...
Well, I'm not sure what else you could do other than just...
Them fingers are getting picked off as he's on that cliff, so...
Yeah.
He needs to sort it out and do it quickly. Otherwise...
To get back in contention, he needs
to put on a performance. It's not just that. The light heavyweight division, he'll just get passed by. Yeah. So, yeah, get the win, call out Buatsi, fight Buatsi, and then I'll give you some credit.
Okay. Predictions?
Don't know. Yarde.
I could see either.
Yeah.
I was slightly leaning towards Arthur.
I know. It's hard because I'm going on last performances, so it should be going with Arthur.
I think Yarde's just got that pop that if he puts it there and he's got to win more than I think Lyndon Arthur, I think, he can get...
I'm going to go Yarde KO, but I can't pick a round. 8th.
Okay.
But I'm struggling.
I'll go for Lyndon Arthur. What are you going for?
I'm going to go round 8 KO for Yarde.
Okay, I'll go for Arthur on points.
And that is a safe bet.
Yeah. So we basically cover both the bases of the last fights. Okie dokie, yeah. Let us know in the comments what you think. Right, next one is Billam-Smith. Hopefully he's in better shape than last time he fought against Aaron McKenna. So Aaron McKenna's unbeaten, 19 wins. He's also got a height advantage. Billam-Smith's about 5'9". Aaron McKenna's 6'1", and he's got a reach advantage of about 6 inches as well. And he's quite a decent boxer. So is this more a step up in quality for McKenna than a real thing for Billam-Smith?
I think
Billam-Smith is sort of...
I don't know whether gambling on whether Liam Smith's on the slide.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Liam Smith's...
Speaking about gambling, Liam Smith's slight favourite. He's 4-5, minus 130. And it's 1-1, plus 100.
Liam Smith is a wily old fox. He knows every trick in the book. He's cute.
Well, he did against Eubank, isn't he?
He's clever. He can take a punch. He's got underrated power as well.
Mm-hmm.
If he's had a full training camp, no injuries, I think Liam Smith wins this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's injuries with Liam Smith that starting to catch up with him. And he's always looked about 45 years of age, Liam Smith, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's nearly actually there. No, I think so.
You know...
He's only 36. I thought he was older than that.
Exactly.
He looks
and I
older.
think this is Liam Smith's...
Well, you look at the picture, it's 36 versus 25, but if you look at the thing, one looks like an old man and one looks like a schoolboy.
I think Liam Smith would love another crack at Eubank. I mean, he got... That Eubank fight, the rematch, Liam Smith got screwed over. Let's be honest.
I think he just had to do it because of the timing and the thingy, but his injury wasn't.
Yeah, but
he wasn't over his injury.
He won the first one, and then in the second one, he was on less percentage. Well, they were threatening to take him to court and things like that. It was, typical Eubank and Ben Shalom, isn't it? Bollocks. I like Liam Smith. I do like Liam Smith. I think he's quite an exciting fighter. And I think when you put the right opponent in front of him, it's
it's just he's getting to. I mean, if he was younger, I think this is more. It's more in his favour.
Yeah,
I think because of the age and obviously we don't know what shape and stuff he's going to be in.
I mean, Aaron McKenna.
I think it makes him more even fight.
Is a really good.
Well, I'm going for McKenna.
Prospect.
As much as I hate to say it to go against the Smiths, I think
and
McKenna
he's a dangerous fighter, and it'll be a massive statement from Aaron McKenna.
Well, I think that's what this is. It's an opportunity for him to make a statement, and he is unbeaten. I think it is.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with the assumption that it isn't. Liam Smith isn't fully powered, and go for a McKenna win. Do I think he's going to get him out of there? Again, depends what version of Liam Smith turns up. How many rounds is it? Let's see, is it a 10-rounder? I think McKenna on point. My prediction going to be. This is 10 rounds, otherwise I would have gone for a 10-round KO. Only on, I think, Smith's past it.
Yeah.
And he looked like it in the last one.
I agree with
and
you.
he looks like he's older than either of us.
Do you know what?
Picture. So
I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm going to go McKenna points as well.
Oh, okay. Unexpected. And I hate to go against William Smith.
I do.
Or any of the Smiths.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Go on and write it down. We'll have them there. Yeah, let us know in the things.
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. Okay.
But yeah, and then I think it's a statement from McKenna, and then he can go up into the ranks. It means that he is a kosher boxer. So, yep, I think he's there. So let us know in the comments what you think. And then one of our fave boys, Chris Billam-Smith.
The gentleman.
Yep, against Brandon Glanton.
Brandon Glanton?
Brandon Glanton. That's what I've got on here. Cruiserweight fight.
I thought he was against...
Well, I thought he was against somebody else because I was looking it up and then they found...
Clark?
No, that's the last fight. That's what he was supposed to be against, isn't he?
Ah.
So this is cruiserweight contest. They both got identical records, 20 wins, 2 losses. Approximately similar age. Billam-Smith is a bit bigger, but I think a bit taller. Glanton has a bit better reach, a few inches. Glanton doesn't have, he's got 17 wins by KO of his 20 wins. So, what do you think of this one? Glanton has got some power, and I think he's been trying to get a fight.
I think this is a tough fight for Chris Billam-Smith.
Yeah.
A very tough fight. And has he got it? Has he got it? It was a great fight against Ramirez, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the fact that, I mean, let's be honest. If we look at it, it was people go on, it was a great performance by Chris Billam-Smith. It wasn't. He got battered from pillar to post. His chin's made of granite, and he just didn't seem to give up against Ramirez.
He got comprehensively outboxed.
Yeah.
But he did well to stay there.
Yeah.
Basically. But you never know. The thing with Chris Billam-Smith, he surprises you.
Yeah.
He comes with a performance and you're like, where did that come from?
Yeah, he's one of them.
And he's a likeable guy, so it's hard to go against.
You go against him.
And he's quite big.
You go against him and he surprises you.
Yeah. I mean, in this, I think Glanton's just going to have a bit too much pop. And he's a pressure fighter, put it on. So it's going to be similar to Zerdo, but, this guy's got pop as well. So I'm not sure he could stay there for the whole thing, although he has got a really good chin. But it'll be one of those where Chris Billam-Smith will come back, box properly, move around box, and you can see him getting it there, and maybe even turning the tide the other way. And he's got a bit of power as well, so, yeah. It's a interesting contest.
Chris Billam-Smith wins by KO round 9.
Okay.
I think he'd be down on the scorecards.
Mm-hmm. But he's going to pull it out.
Yeah.
How many rounds did it say? Is it 12-rounder? A 10-rounder?
Oh, stupid 10-rounders. You know my feeling about 10-rounders.
Glanton on 8-round KO.
Ooh.
I think Billam-Smith will give it a good go.
And that'll be the last of Chris Billam-Smith then?
Yeah. As much as I hate to see that.
Yeah.
But I think he's had a good career. So I think he should then bow out.
I think he needs to win this.
Yeah.
Glanton wins. Ooh.
He's in the mix. So we're just going to have a look at who he's...
Ooh. That'll be... interested.
Because he's had 2 losses, which are to basically people who are fairly David Light and then Soslan Asparov, 2 unbeaten guys at the time. But then he's pulled it back with 3 straight knockout ones. And then he was on a knockout streak, a 3 knockout streak before. So I don't think the only thing is Glanton's never really been in with somebody of his caliber or the caliber of people Chris Billam-Smith's been in with. So it's a bit...
No, I think Chris Billam-Smith should have too much experience for him.
Mm-hmm.
He should. And I think that'll show.
Well, the box live is 75% Billam-Smith and 25% Glanton.
We're giving Glanton a bit too much credit.
75% decision for Billam-Smith, 17 for decision, and then 8 for the knockout for Glanton. And the betting is 3-5 on, 1 minus 170 for Billam-Smith, and 6-5 plus 120 for Brandon Glanton.
Like I think Chris is going to have too much, wear him down. I think he is going to lose rounds though. I do think he is going to lose rounds, but I think he'll catch up to him in, like I say, the later rounds.
It's what he's got there. I think if he turns up properly and he's suitably motivated, which usually...
And as long as
really
Father
puts it out.
Time hasn't caught up with him.
Yeah, that's my concern. Although Glanton is only a year younger, but I think he's more
Fresher.
on the up, and Billam-Smith he's had tougher fights. So, but I'm going to stick with it. No, let's go for Glanton.
Okay.
We're going to have an upset in there somewhere,
Nah,
isn't
it's
it?
not going to be one.
So yeah, that's that. Let us know what you think in the comments. And
Going to be a good night of boxing, this.
yeah, and yeah, like, subscribe, and all the usual goodness. And we shall see you in the next one. Thank you very much.